Hey guys, I'm running behind as usual, so I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys this book I made sophomore year for my history class. I'm not really gonna read it that much. I'm just gonna kind of explain the art, and you guys can see how much I've progressed since this book. It was kind of difficult for me to do it because I actually bound it before I started doing artwork, so it was really difficult to just leave it out to dry because I was really impatient with watercolor back then and still didn't really know how to use it that well. So there's my thesis statement. I wasn't a huge fan of how I decorated the cover or the inside. It was just kind of beige and blue. I really liked this spread because, I don't know, I don't do ruffles a lot, so to have all these ruffles was pretty interesting. I'm not completely proud of how I drew her dress, and I actually didn't draw any faces in this at all. And there wasn't a whole lot of detail, which I understand because I was kind of running late, but I don't know, I just kind of wish I went a bit more in depth. This is the library. It took me a little while to do the books, but it was nowhere near compared to one of the last library things. I did however, how I did the fireplace with kind of the soot in the background. I just thought that was really kind of pretty. It's kind of like her and her father sitting down. You guys can read it if you want. It's not the greatest story in the world, but I got an A, so it's kind of all I cared about. Turning the page. Here is, I really don't like this spread. The bag of coins and a map, it's alright, but why would you bring a map? I figured she would know where she was. But, yeah, that's her little coin purse, and then that's her leaving the castle or mansion or whatever. I don't know. I did a silhouette and then had white jelly roll to show what actual parts of her it was, and it was just odd. I was really proud of this hand at the time, and then it only looks like she has 3 fingers, so that's fine. It's not a terrible hand. I'm not so mad about it, but I feel like I could do better now. And I like the letter, how it's kind of done, but I wish I didn't do the love Maria. That was the only thing in cursive. I don't know. I could have done it all in cursive, but I was just feeling kind of lazy. And that's one of those other spreads that aren't the nicest. But I don't know. It's alright. I think, because I was filming this to read it, and then I was like, I'm not going to read it. That's embarrassing. And I dug this out of the clips in my computer, and I was like, hey, here's a video I can use, because I'm doing something that will be really, I think, a really cool video, but it's going to take a really long time, so that's why I'm running late. I enjoyed this. I like the room, because it was set up the same way as her previous room, as in there's a bed on the corner, and then there's a window, but this is the small bed. It doesn't really have a nice mattress. It just has a little blanket, The window's really small and up on top, so maybe it's a basement. It's really dark. There's not really any detail to the bed frame. I don't know. I liked it. I like the mailbox, but I don't know. It's okay. I didn't try very hard on that one. This took forever just to get the perspective right, and I'm still not happy with the carriage. I didn't really try very hard on the bricks. I probably should have, but I was just getting... it was the end of the book. I was just feeling I don't want to do this. And the marketplace looks alright, but again, the perspective isn't perfect. I actually liked the purse area. I like the fabric rolls there. I don't know what those are called. I wish I did know what those are called. This is the church. I have mixed feelings on the church because I enjoy the dark black outlines on the stained glass, but I don't like it on the corners and on the bottom. I think it makes it look too cartoony, and I messed up with the perspective on the window. I don't know why I put that a straight line. It should be the same line as the bottom of the church. I don't know why I did that, but I did like the picture of the nun and Maria together. I think it looks interesting, and it looks like they're in a garden. I just wish I added more detail, but it was a school project, so I understand not having the most perfect detail and not, I don't know, less of a perfectionist, I guess. I was getting really tired of it at this point. I mean, I sketched it all out, so it's not that terrible, but you could tell that I wasn't really trying too hard on all the coloring. I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about this spread. I enjoy the castle cinder blocks. I think it's interesting. Not all of them are the same, which is kind of cool. But these spreads, they're just so, I don't know, none of them are like bright saturated tones or deep tones. They're all just mid-tones, and that makes me feel a little bit bleh. Just a little bit. This is the one that took the longest, just because having to wait for all the book colors to dry in between, like, figuring different books, sizes and stuff. Like, I don't know, some of these are just, like, big blocks, and I just wanted to cover ground, and that's the only reason that they're there. And that's kind of like Maria as a nun sitting or standing by her father, who's in the chair, and he hasn't seen her for a while. Like, if you want to know the backstory, just pause it and read it. I don't know. If you guys really want a version of me reading it out loud, I might share that, but as of right now, I'm not really into that. This is the about the author and everything. There's a picture of me, and then there's a picture of Maria being a school teacher on the left. I liked that one. I didn't think it was bad. Her hand looks weird, but I don't think it's bad. The about the author, that's a picture of me at my 8th grade formal, so like 50 pounds lighter. I mean, I don't look a lot heavier, but I am. And that's the end of my book. I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next week. Bye.